Good morning from day 7 of the Everest Base Camp trek. I say day 7 even though it's technically day 8 because yesterday we had a day off. We didn't film anything, we didn't do anything. It was lovely. We were both feeling a little under the weather, so we just relaxed. We went over to the Himalayan Rescue Association and got some cold relief, and then we went to the bakery across the street and I had a flat white and some apple pie. And Dim had a caramel macchiato, and then we just spent the rest of the day reading in the dining room, and it was quite nice. Today we are up very early again, and we're going on to La Bouchée, which is our second to last night before, I guess it's our last night. We'll be in La Bouchée, and then the day after we'll get to base camp. We're currently at 4290, I think, and we're going to 4900 tonight, so quite a steep change in elevation. We should be okay. We are going about an hour and a half to Tukla, and we'll have our lunch, and then from there it's a straight shot to La Bouchée because there's nothing else to stop at. There is a memorial somewhere in the Tukla Pass for all the climbers who have died on Everest, which is a bit dark, but we're going to stop at that for 5 minutes or so depending on the weather. Yeah, tonight we'll sleep in La Bouchée, and then tomorrow we get to base camp. Let's go.
And we're off. Woo!
Bye, Edelweiss. See you in a couple days. Onwards to La Bouchée. Look at these views. We got pretty close to the glacier. Now we're all the way up there. Yay. So we've made it within sight of Tukla. That's it there. So we're gonna have lunch. And then we have to go all the way up there. They're currently building a bridge. It's gonna go from there to there, and you won't have to do this whole part. But unfortunately it's not finished, so we have to do this whole part. Stop for lunch at a tea house. 4617 meters. And of course we got ginger lemon honey tea. We filled up on lunch, and now we're heading up to climb over Tukla Pass. All the way up there. This is gonna suck. Here we go. So we made it to the top of Tukla Pass, and it's where there's a lot of memorials for people who've died on Everest. I'm guessing because you can see Everest from here. But yeah, there's like a lot. All of these are memorials. Like there's some that are bigger, like that one over there. Most of them are just these rock piles that I'm sure at some point some tourist comes along and knocks it over. But very sombering place after climbing hundreds of meters to get here. We had lunch all the way down there. And I think you can actually just see, yeah, that's Friche, where we started this morning. And then that's Tukla, where we had lunch. I'm pretty sure that's Everest. That's why all the memorials are here, because they face it. so the people can look on Everest in death. Yeah, it's giving me chills actually. There's so many. Final push onto Le Boucher. 1 hour to go. Let's go. Every day goes by, we better get jail. Wow. That climbed that like 2 weeks ago. After 5.5 hours of hiking almost straight uphill, we've made it to Le Boucher. First is one little last uphill. There's always an uphill at the end. It's so rude. There's always an uphill at the end. Looking forward to some hot chocolate. This is Le Boucher. Looks like we're up there. Hopefully not that one. That was a hard day.
Yeah. Back home, that trail might have been a 5 or maybe a 6 in places, but I mean, pretty relatively moderate overall. But here,
4,900 meters.
It's a 9.
What is it in feet?
We are currently at. Well, we did. Oops. We're at 16,210 feet, which is the highest either of us has ever been, for sure. And I don't know how much we did in elevation gain. We did 2,613 feet in elevation gain, which is still a good hike for us.
We're at like 70% oxygen or something.
Yeah, and both fighting head colds. I'm fighting a minor stomach bug. So yeah, on top of all that, I'm amazed we made it.
Yep.
Woo.
So we're gonna go.
Left me hanging. Too tired.
Put some more comfortable clothes on, get out of our boots, and then go over to the dining room and have probably a hot chocolate. And then rest up, have dinner, and then tomorrow we make it to base camp. It's only 6 kilometers away.
Woohoo!
That's nothing.
Only.
Yeah.
6 kilometers and 2,300 more feet to go. So basically the same as today. But gotta be harder because of even less oxygen starting tomorrow.
See you in the morning.